This 11-cent penny stock is beginning to gather a lot of attention over the past 2 weeks, as talks of a potential buyout increases, and this company has had numerous articles published about it this weekend. Management have dropped a not so subtle hint via Twitter that we should expect some big news pretty soon. The company that I'm talking about is Petrotech Energy. This is an oil and gas play who seem to have the patented technology to not only produce oil in a way that is carbon neutral, but can actually produce oil carbon negatively. This OTC stock is far below its year high of 25 cents, and at 11 cents seems like a real bargain. So let me explain to you the level of opportunity that exists here. If you're new to the channel and want to hear more about exciting stocks about to make huge gains, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive into this exciting stock. Petrotech Energy is a Canadian holding company publicly traded on the Canadian TSXV and the OTC Pink Market ticker PQEFF. Executive offices are located in Los Angeles and its initial oil sands processing plant is in Utah. One of the major challenges facing humanity today is how to produce energy in an environmentally friendly way. Most companies in the oil and gas industry don't have the necessary technology to do this, while others believe that the technologies and strategies needed are not feasible. Petrotech specializes in oil production and ancillary offerings in mining and sand remediation, and have developed technology that enables them to produce oil without water, waste or emissions. They take pride in being a forward-thinking company rooted in innovation. The company strives to find new ways to approach age-old problems in the ever-evolving world of resource development. Through innovation, they have developed an operational process to ensure that they produce some of the highest quality resources available on the market. Petrotech works with world-class strategic partners to enhance production capabilities, technologies and strategy. The technology behind Petrotech's success is called Clean Oil Recovery Technology, or CORT. The versatile technology can be applied to both water-wet deposits and oil-wet deposits, outputting high-quality oil and clean sand. Furthermore, CORT possesses significant environmental advantages over historical production methods. The technology enables production from oil sands without using water during the extraction process. As a result, neither wastewater nor tailing ponds are created. It's a closed-loop system, which means that 95% of the solvents used in the extraction process are recovered, recycled and reused, while roughly 5% remain within the oil that is extracted. And this technology is versatile enough for use on a variety of natural resources. Chapman Engineering, one of Canada's most reputable environmental engineering firms, conducted an economic analysis of Petrotech's resource development process and found the technology to be scalable, commercially viable and cost effective. The technology extracts up to 99% of all hydrocarbon contents, recycles up to 95% of solvents. A US patent and corresponding foreign patents in Russia and Canada have been issued that cover the significant features of the system and process for extracting oil from oil sands. Also cover the key aspects of the extraction process. Petrotech is committed to producing energy that is essential to propelling our global communities and economies forward in a way that protects and restores the planet. The technology consumes no water, has no waste tailing ponds, produces no emissions and cleans oil sands of hydrocarbons, returning a clean sand as part of an overall ESG strategy. Asphalt Ridge is the company's primary production operation. The operation outputs consists of heavy oil and sand products. The state of Utah is known to have a total resource estimate ranging from 23 to 32 billion barrels of oil in place. In fact, Utah contains approximately 55% of the nation's total deposits. These oil sands are classed as oil-wet deposits and consist of a mixture of sand and a dense form of petroleum referred to as bitumen or tar. The bitumen in Utah is unique in that it contains less than 0.5% sulfur. Looking at the investor's presentation, we can see a unique growth opportunity here that includes significant contingent resource and the potential to significantly increase production. Their technology is patented and they have experienced leadership, which we'll talk about in a moment, and very attractive economics. Looking at the share structure, there is about 500 million outstanding shares and a current market capitalization of $56 million, with the current price of 11 cents being well below the 52-week high of 25 cents. We can see here that the company has planned expansion phases. 10,000 barrels of high diesel oil has been produced to date using the pilot facility at Asphalt Ridge. Facility upgrade completed in April 2021 and a staggered addition of two 5,000 BPD production trains to achieve 5,000 in 2023 and 10,000 in 2024, with an expected resource life of more than 20 years. In total, the expected all-in cost will average $25 per barrel, and they have based their calculations on a market price of $70 per barrel. By these calculations, they estimate that from production minus production costs, the company will expect EBITDA of $37 million in 2023 and $82 million by 2024, based on plant size. This is assuming a price per barrel of $70. As of today, the price per barrel is over $81 and expected to continue to rise. The team is led by Dr. Raymond Jerry Bailey, who has over 50 years of experience in the international petroleum industry in all aspects, former Exxon president and Arabian Gulf region. COO Mr. George Stapleton brings over 40 years of experience in all aspects of design, construction, fabrication and project management of onshore and offshore plant and energy infrastructure related projects. George spent over 20 years internationally with McDermott Incorporated, a premier global engineering and construction contractor. And Dr. Vladimir, who has extensive experience as a researcher involved in oil extraction technologies and research into many remediation products. He is the principal research scientist responsible for the development of Petrotech's technologies. Before getting into some very interesting company developments and rumours, I want to point out that Petrotech has been getting a lot of attention and has been featured in several publications such as The Village Voice, The Ritz Herald and LA Weekly, all publishing articles in the past 48 hours. Each of these articles follows a similar theme. So I will look at one of these, and if you want to read all about these, I'll put links in the description, so check these out. Over the years, experts have been warning of the looming climate crisis unless actions are taken to reduce carbon and other greenhouse emissions. Companies in every industry can do their part, including gas and oil companies. The obvious technologies and strategies adopted by the majority of oil and gas companies attempt carbon neutrality, but the ideal solution would be to adopt a carbon negative that will eliminate the already existing carbon in the atmosphere, and they highlight here that Petrotech has uncovered a strategy that is carbon negative and also feasible, being an industry leader in the adoption of green energy technology whilst being a fossil fuel company. Petrotech is leading the way in adopting feasible carbon negative approaches. Petrotech is actively launching a series of carbon negative and carbon neutral initiatives to reduce carbon concentration in the atmosphere. Such initiatives will propel Petrotech as the gold standard for economically viable approaches that are carbon negative in the oil and gas industry. Additionally, Petrotech is showing that successful carbon negative approaches are feasible in the industry. The other articles mention Petrotech as using advanced technology and describing the breakthrough innovation by Petrotech that will pave the way for more oil and gas companies to become environmentally friendly. This viable option has created a new gold standard for the oil and gas industry and a benchmark from an economic point of view. Now, what's interesting here is Petrotech, in this tweet earlier this week, we would like to inform you that the board of directors has met in Vancouver and is proceeding with due diligence on recently announced NDA and verification of funds from the third party. Now, this is in reference to this. On September 23rd, Petrotech announced that it had entered into a confidentiality agreement with a third party who was previously disclosed as being a client of Upgard Consult AB. Which brings us back to July. In this press release from Sweden, July 16th, the scope of the work is to assist with regards to a takeover bid tender offer for shares in Petrotech Energy Incorporated in Canada. Upgard Consult has made an official offer to purchase up to 200 million shares of Petrotech Energy at 50 cents per share from its shareholders, subject to Upgard Consult terms and conditions. It's expected and anticipated to complete its offer by September 30th. So the fact that they are now in a confidentiality agreement and are ready to announce news, I find this very interesting. And look at the wording of this tweet. Due diligence and verification of funds from the third party. If there was a buyout, and even if it was at 50 cents, which is euros, which converted to US is 58 cents, that would give huge upside from the current price of only 11 cents. And on Reddit, the Petrotech subreddit, have also been discussing a buyout for the past couple of months. To me, this looks like a buyout is coming, but this is just my opinion, this is not financial advice. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you've watched all the way through, please hit that like button, it really helps the channel out a lot. What do you think is coming next for Petrotech? If you're new, hit the subscribe button and bell notification. Catch you in the next one.